So let's
So
talk through. Let's do the top 5 anime fights of all time, and we'll wrap up with that. Uh, but let's go through what are. I think we just need to figure out what they are, and then we'll rank them into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But what's on our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 list? We have, and from what shows, and the
really
first one that
difficult.
comes to mind for me is the Yulakora fight from Bleach. Am I
Yeah,
saying his name right?
that was shocking.
Am I saying his name right?
No one says his name right. Don't even worry.
Okay. But anyways, that fight is amazing. What's the other one? The Sword and the Stranger. Is that the name of the show?
Yeah, The Sword and the Stranger, that movie, that shit was fucking
That was some
good.
amazing animation.
That was really good.
Talk about good animation, keyframes, storytelling. You
Right.
know,
It
uh,
it was it was not. I couldn't even. Yeah, I think that might be up there with me, just as far as the the music was. Yeah, because the music was on point. The characters were like you knew they were gonna fight, and they're leading up to it the whole damn show.
yep.
And it was it was
The end
different.
battle.
It was
Yep.
different because it was like realistic. That
Right.
show is not like superpower. That's like just old like samurai shit.
Yep.
And it's like samurai fighting the European swordsman, and it was
Really
fucking
good.
good.
Yep.
I'd put that in there. I don't know how I'd rank them in 1 to 5, but
Well, all
definitely.
right. So, I mean, is there a Naruto battle that belongs in this?
What's one?
Is there a Naruto battle that belongs in the top 5 here?
Yeah, I think I would.
Got to
There's a
be.
bunch of Naruto battles that could be just Naruto could almost take all top 5. There's such
I
good
know
quality.
the pain arc stands out to me as like some of the best. All right, the 3 Jiraiya movies. That's basically what they were. You could tell they spent money
Right.
on the Jiraiya Pain. The 3 Jiraiya Pain movies, I think, were some of the most awesome, epic things ever to happen in
From the
storytelling.
whole Pain arc,
The whole Pain arc is amazing.
but probably the fight. I would put the Pain fight on there. He
It's really
stabs he stabs freaking what's her face? Sorry, I'm terrible with the name.
Sakura or no, Hinata.
Yeah, Hinata.
When
He stabs
Hinata
her,
shows
and,
up,
but it's a bunch of episodes. But that whole arc was just great. I'd throw that one in there.
yeah.
Um, God, but there's a
You can
bunch of
almost consider the Pain battles as like one
there's a
big
bunch of other
battle.
shows that just aren't as epic that have such good fights, but
Which,
they're not the greatest shows to me. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
but so that's okay though. What other battles? Yeah, it doesn't have to be the greatest show. What's the top 5 battles ever?
Oh man, there's some of those. God, what were they called? I suck because I haven't watched them it's been years. There would probably be people that would post. But shit, I'm getting lightning. God, it's the show, the Holy Grail show, the Grail. Where they're fighting over the Grail. There's some sick battles in that show. Amazing artwork. I forget the name of the damn show. There's a bunch of different offshoots of it. God, I should try to
Arc
find.
show? I think a lot of people have Hunter x Hunter
I hate Hunter x
fights.
Hunter. Fuck
I'm not a
Hunter.
big Hunter x Hunter fan either.
But I don't understand why that goes up on anyone's list. The clown guy in the
Yeah.
beginning is kind of cool and kind of weird, but that show sucks. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought that was good in the first like few episodes. It was cool. It was like what's going on here? Then nothing really happens. And then they bring in the bug things.
Mm,
The fuck?
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and that's the
I
whole
couldn't do
show.
it either. I was
That's it.
never into it.
That's the whole show.
Yeah.
And then fuck that show. I felt gypped from that show.
Back to Naruto. Is there any Naruto fight that trumps the Pain fight? Is there a Naruto Sasuke? Is that better than the Pain battle?
The only reason I would say no is
I
because
say no too.
they fucked up all the filler and shit all the way up to that fight. If they would have just
Right.
like done that right and had that same fight, it might have been the most epic if they built it up properly. But it was just like, oh, we're doing all this shit. Oh, we're fighting fucking Madara. Oh, wait, no, now fucking the rabbit princess is the shit. You know what I mean? And we're fighting her
Yeah.
now. And then all of a sudden, okay, we're gonna fight Naruto. I mean, you know, let's go. And it's just like, okay.
Yeah, you
And
Game of
then
Thrones
they end
it.
up doing like some of the greatest animation and fighting shit in that 2 episode part. But it was like I was already kind of like, eh. Even
Right.
though it was great. I mean, I was happy they finally did it. But man, I had already been drugged through the muck to get there.
One of my favorite fights was one of the early Shippuden fights, the puppet fight with
Oh,
Sakura and
it's
Granny
Fate,
Chiyo.
Fate Zero
Fate Zero.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
I
That
remember almost none of Fate
that
Zero, but
shit,
I've
that
watched some
shit
of it.
has some crazy fight scenes and shit. Really good looking ones too. And there's some more too of other shows that I didn't really like that much that had ended up having like a great fight in it. But I don't even want to include those because I wasn't. I'm not in it. Like I said, I like to be in it. You know,
Right.
and if the show's bad and the fight's great, then I'm not really in it. Still, I'm just like, oh, that looks really cool.
Okay,
Oh, that
so we
looks
have
cool, but I'm not
s-
in it.
we have Sword and Stranger End Battle. We have
Yeah,
Naruto Pain.
Naruto Pain is probably one of my favorites.
We have Ichi Ulakora in Bleach.
Yeah, that was really good.
I even liked the Ichi and Aizen fight. I really loved. I
That was
loved when
really good
he
too.
pierced
And
him with the thin sword at
some of
the
those
very
movies,
end.
the Bleach movies, have
Yeah,
excellent fight scenes and shit in them. And then
yeah,
there's a bunch of they have so many fights in that show that build up fights in that show. That could be a bunch of them too.
right.
Um, but I
But
would say
those stand out.
those three
Yeah, those three, and then we need
off the
two
top
more
of
to
my
fill it out here. Is there a Berserk fight that deserves to be in there? Not really. There, Berserk, it was more drama
head.
than action. A lot of
Because
those fights,
because they never finished it.
right?
So but some of the fights were really cool, like um just Guts going in and fighting that guy with the big axe. But you know, that to me
It
that
wasn't
wasn't
enough. No,
that
that
wasn't
wasn't enough to make the top
whatever.
fights ever list.
Um it's still pretty good. There's like some of the magic shows and shit have really good fights in them, you know. Um but I don't know. I'm trying to
What about
I'm
Dragon Ball? Is there a Dragon Ball fight
yeah,
that
you
deserves
know
to be in
what?
this list?
I actually will say I would put what I really loved at the time it came out. Give me a second, okay, buddy? Give me my slushy. No, get out of here. Give me a break. I would put the Dragon Ball Super fight when he fights the the at the end of that is really good. When he gets Ultra Instinct, that's
Uh-huh.
really good. And also the one with Cell when the Gohan fights Cell. I thought
In
that was a really good
in
fight.
the Dragon Ball movies.
In the series,
Oh, in the series, not the
yeah,
movies.
the movie has really cool fights, but there's no lead up. Like I said, you weren't in it as much, you
Right.
know?
So
Um,
what's the Dragon Ball fight you're thinking of from the series then?
the Dragon Ball Super fight with I forget the damn I'm terrible with the names.
Yeah.
Um, at the end of the whole series of Dragon Ball Super, it's like the
It's
most
nice when they
superpower.
wrap it all up
He
with something
he gets
epic.
the Ultra Instinct, his final form or whatever, and it's like ridiculous. And I really liked it. Max, or I get my kids mixed up. Come on, buddy, let's go. Come on, give Daddy just another minute. Kids. Um, cute enemies. Oh, this isn't even a good one. Anyway, it's just the one at the end of the Dragon Ball Super movie, and they're like, when he gets the Ultra Instinct is what they call it, because now it's like just Super Saiyan isn't enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've surpassed that. It's like it's another one of those like everything comes together moments, They get
Yep.
the music's going, and they had flashed the power a few times before that. He like has little flashes of the power, and then like he finally like masters it, and then just starts kicking some ass, and you're like, yeah, and it's great. And they do that very well. I that's actually one of my top 5. I really liked that. I enjoyed that a
Yeah.
lot. But I've always been a big Dragon Ball Z fan too.
And
So
then so what's our last fifth then if we had to pick one more to fill out the list? Uh I think like there's some cool fights in Kill La Kill.
yeah,
Um
those looked really cool.
they looked really cool. But like you said, you weren't really into Kill La Kill. It just had amazing
It's
motion
just
graphics,
very
amazing
entertaining
visuals.
and really fun and
Yep. Really
funny
fun show. Yep.
and a great watch. But
Fun to watch,
you weren't
yeah.
like in it, like
Visually fun to watch.
right.
Yep.
You're in the ones I like are the ones that I'm like emotionally involved.
Right.
You know
Well,
what I
is there
mean?
okay, so is there a My Hero fight that should be on this list?
Oh yeah, definitely. God, why didn't I even think of that? To me, when Midoriya fights Muscular, I was like,
Yeah.
I was like that came out of nowhere to me, and I thought that was great. But also when he fights the Chisaki character and saves the little girl. They
That was a
have like a
great fight
whole
at the end.
musical score going right there with that little song.
And he's got
Um,
her on his back the whole time.
yeah, and he like cinches her on his back
Yep.
and does that was what you wanted because I was in it. I was
Yep.
like, and that even like the character the blonde guy that warped through the walls or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I was pretty much like who- what's going to happen, you know what I mean? And then they start that whole few episode series where you're like you don't know what you're
Yeah.
going to get at
Yep.
this point. And so you're thinking what's going to happen? How are they going to do this? They got the guy that sees the future, the little whatever fucking
So
suck at
which
name.
is the better battle just straight up? Because the muscular fight is better drama for sure. Like that was epic
I don't
where
know what's
that
better.
fight will make you cry.
That will because of the voice acting and the score and the everything. Again,
Yep.
they put everything together. Um, I don't know. I don't know what I would do there. There's
But
too many good.
the end fight is great too. That one was also good and had a bunch of feels moments where he does pick her up and put her on as like the backpack, and then
Yeah,
you're really rooting for
yeah,
you're
you
rooting
really
for him.
are, and you didn't know what was going to happen. So
Yeah,
then at some point you realize, he gets the power where when he puts her on his back, like you said, and ties her up. You're like, oh, okay, now he's going to kick his ass, and this is
yeah,
it. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And he does, and he gives you what you want again,
yep,
and it does it in a way that's like, like even after he punches him down or whatever, and it's not the show where you just completely annihilate and kill the main, the enemy. He's still like alive or whatever. You never, it's like,
right,
but he's on the ground and he's got her on his back and he's like in this pose, and they're saying some things from that he said an episode before, and then the Sir Night Eye, the future telling guy, is thinking of how he didn't see this future and realizes that the future can be changed, even the fated future that's set in stone can be changed or whatever. And in the way they're talking about it, and the way the music is going in the background is like it's a Reuben, bro.
yep.
um and I think I'd put that in there.
So
I
okay, so now
Yeah.
let's order them though. So what's out of those five? We have Naruto Pain. Man, I gotta say, we do need it needs to be more than one shit fight from the show because I got the Naruto Pain and Jiraiya Pain. That
Yeah,
whole
those are
pain, like almost say all the Pain's fights can be considered one fight. Like
No,
Pain's
the Pain
journey,
Arc,
the Pain arc. So Naruto Pain arc, uh, Bleach Ulacora arc, um, Naruto Pain arc, Bleach Ulacora arc, Dragon Ball, the finale Dragon Ball Super movie.
which was an arc too, because like they keep flashing the power, and he keeps like they
Yeah.
keep kind of hitting that, and finally it just crescendos. You know
Yeah,
what I
so
mean?
this is the best battle arcs, we'll say.
Okay.
Yeah, so Dragon Ball. Then we have My Hero Academia, uh, Midoriya.
The
The,
Midoriya Chisaki arc, the Airy arc, I guess you could call it.
yeah, including the muscular battle all the way up until the.
Oh, that wasn't the same arc though. It would
That's
be,
not the same arc, no.
yeah, no, it would be just the Chisaki arc, even though that muscular
Tasaki,
battle.
I mean, I say we got to go Tasaki then. The muscular arc was more dramatic and hit you in the feels more,
Yeah, it
but
was
as a
just a
pure battle, the Tasaki is a better battle.
no. I think that you got it backwards. The muscular
Oh,
was just like episode 4 of that season, and it came out of nowhere, and you're just like, oh my god, he's all of a sudden hitting this death battle, and then it was over.
yeah.
Whereas the
So which
Chisaki
is the
thing,
better fight though?
well, if we're doing arcs, the Airy arc takes it, but I couldn't tell you which gave me more feels. I mean, I
Mm,
to me it's pretty even.
it
As
is.
far as like the actual fight.
Yeah. And then the Sword of the Stranger is
Sword of the
5.
Stranger is just too good of it
You
is
can't
just
leave it off the list.
it is just too precise and
Yeah.
well done, and the production quality of it, and
Yeah,
it's a
it
whole
can't be
movie.
ignored. So
Yeah,
all
it's
right,
a whole
so let's put that one. So that one's not really an arc because it comes out of a single movie.
it's a
But
movie, but I don't know how you do that because it does lead again, it crescendos. It takes you through
but
all this stuff and gets to that final moment and that
right.
final fight where it's just these two dudes.
So all right, so Sword and the Stranger better than the Tasaki fight?
Ooh, I don't know because I wasn't as into the characters as I am into the My Hero
Right.
characters.
I mean, purely taking the battle though.
But man,
Just
it got me
battle
thinking.
for battle, better
I
or
was
worse?
yeah, it was better. It was way
Okay.
better. Anything in Sword of
Sword
the
and
Stranger is better because of the way they did it was amazing.
oh,
It
so all
is
right. So wait. So Sword and the Stranger better than Dragon Ball Super Fight?
again, yes, because of the
Okay.
way they did it, because of the quality, the production quality of the whole thing
Better
was
than the Ulacora fight?
that one I don't know because there's a moment in the Uakura fight, um, I mean, you think the
The
guy died,
Ulacora fight was great. Yeah.
and then the music and stuff,
Yeah.
like that was pretty high quality stuff too. But
Better than the Pain arc.
no, Pain Arc had me but that's hard again. It's not the Pain Arc was a whole thing. You know what I
All
mean? It
right.
was
So okay. So Pain arc better than uh Ulacora arc.
I'd give honestly the Pain Arc rejuvenated my whole fucking anime life. I would put Pain as number one. I
All right. Yeah, Naruto Pain arc. That's my number one too. I think that's an easy number one.
because that impacted me more than any of the other ones. Like
Yeah.
after that, I started watching, and I had always watched animes. I've been watching anime since I was a kid, but not like not like that. That was like I want to find. After that, I want to generate that feeling again. I want to get
Yeah.
that involved again. And I tried to find all these different shows. I started watching all kinds of shows. You
Yep.
know what I mean? All the time, and until I was almost exclusively watching anime. You
Right.
know, so I'd say that's number one for me.
Yeah.
Uh,
So Naruto Pain, and then I'm gonna go Bleach Ulacora at number 2,
with that,
and then Sword of the Stranger number 3.
yes, because of the quality of it.
Yeah,
It's
it's this
just
unique
uh,
one-off that is
it really
undeniable.
is. Everyone should watch it.
Yeah.
If you want to see a cool anime fight, I would just recommend that you watch that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's so well done.
Yeah.
It's just it can't be
Undeniable.
right.
And then, but okay, so between My Hero and Dragon Ball,
My
who's got
Hero.
My Hero
Uh,
4 and then Dragon Ball
again,
5?
you love Dragon Ball and you're into it, you're not, but it's a little goofy, and and you are watching it almost just for this extraordinary shit that no one else tries to do. You know what
Right,
I mean?
right.
No one tries to do universe destroying shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
and for that reason, I think it should be on the list. But I don't know that I was as into it as when I watched
Yep.
the Airy shit. I was like wanting him to save her. I was like rooting. I was like, and then they played the freaking song. I even recorded that song and put it on my computer and shit, even though it's like a Disney song almost. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Um, it was all that was so good. And there's, again, there's some Attack on Titans fight, like when in the first season of Attack on Titan, when he fights the female freaking Titan, that
Yeah.
shit was good. There's a
Yeah.
bunch of
There's a
good,
lot of good fights out
you know
there.
what I mean? But there's so much good anime that it's an impossible list to make anyway. But if you got to, in my view, those are the ones I liked the most, even though there's some amazing anime fights all over the place, but just not from stuff that you get as attached to as those that I think we named,
Yeah.
If there is, fuck, let me know. I'll go watch
Yeah,
that.
definitely let us know in the comments or get at us somehow and let us know which fights we missed because
Oh,
we'll
there's a
watch.
ton. I'll think of like 50 more
Right.
after
But
this.
anyways, so to lock it down, we got Naruto Pain Arc at the number one best battles to watch. The Bleach Ulacora arc for the second spot.
Yeah,
Sword
I'll
of
go.
the Stranger End Battle for the third.
Yeah,
My Hero Academia, uh, the Tasuki arc,
yeah,
and then
Fear.
wrapping it up with the Dragon Ball Super movie
Yeah, those
in
are
the fifth
all
spot.